Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. Another day and another drama channel drama. So today we're going to be talking about Rich Lux, Nick Snider, and Zadidoll. So the other day it came across my Twitter feed, a tweet from somebody saying about Rich Lux and his post of Juvia's Place as an ad and not really wearing the product that he is advertising. Now, I will admit that I am a terrible drama channel, and I did not screenshot this, so unfortunately I don't have the original tweet. So if you are the original tweeter of this tweet, or know who tweeted it, let me know and I will credit them down in the description of this video. But this is the tweet from Rich Lux that I am referring to. So here you can see Rich's post on Instagram with the caption saying, "Your vibe attracts your tribe, using the tribe palette from Juvia's Place. Thank y'all for being part of my tribe. At Juvia's Place, #ad." So then the other picture that the person tweeted out with this was a screenshot of the swatches from the palette. So I went over to Juvia Place's Instagram and took a screenshot of that as well so we can compare what he is putting on his face versus what is in the palette. And as you can see in this screenshot, the palette consists of some yellows, gold, green, orange, and a brown. So let's go ahead and take a look back at Rich's picture and see what is on his face. So as you can see, as we zoom in on Rich's picture for the ad, it doesn't look like any of the colors that are in the palette are being used on his face. Now, I don't know if this is done intentionally because it is in the contract that he doesn't have to use it, or what's the deal with that, but I would at least expect if you're doing an ad for a makeup product and you're wearing makeup, that you would at least have the product on, if not have it swatched on your arm or something, but that's just my opinion. I know there are some crazy rules when it comes to advertising any kind of cosmetics. I watched some weird random documentary about advertising before, and if you're doing an advertisement for some hair dye, so any like celebrity who is advertising a hair dye, they literally only have to have one strand of hair on their entire head dyed with that hair dye so they can classify it as an ad. They don't have to have their entire head done with it, literally just one strand. So I don't know if that's the same thing here, where he might have just used that brown color somewhere on his face, maybe in the contour or something, and so that, because I don't know how that color would appear on his skin tone, he definitely could have used it as a contour color, but in my opinion, if you're gonna advertise some kind of makeup product and you are wearing makeup, then it should at least be somewhere on your face or on your body. Now, if you're just holding it up and advertising it without wearing makeup, I can understand not having it on anywhere, but when you have makeup on, I just assume that you're going to be using that product. But again, that is just my opinion. Now, I have no issue with drama channels or really anybody doing any kind of sponsored post as long as they are advertising it as a sponsored post or as an ad to legally follow the FTC disclaimer rules. And I know there's been a lot of discussion and conversations about whether or not drama channels should receive PR, so I feel like when you're doing something makeup related that could have possibly been also something you received in PR or you have a PR relationship with this brand, that you would definitely want to make sure that you follow all the guidelines, because this whole situation has been put under the magnifying glass, and so I'm sure you just want to make sure that you cover all your bases so you have no reason for people to come at you for any reason. Alright, well let's switch on over to all of the drama that involves Nick Snider and Zadidoll. Now, if you've been following any of the drama channels lately, you know that a lot of people have been covering all of the situation that has been happening with Jaclyn Hill and Morphe and the changing of her formulas. So a lot of people have been doing a lot of digging to find out what's really been going on. So yesterday, Nick Snider uploaded his video about the whole situation, and Zadidoll called him out on Twitter about using a receipt that she found, and he did not credit her in the video or in the description of the video. This is what she had to say. Really, it's Nick Snider? How about some credit for the screenshot? At True Sleuth YT found the info, and that's my screenshot. No wonder why she always tells me to watermark my stuff. She then continued on to say, I should have watermarked and often work with at Truth Sleuth YT and have had conversations with at Sanders Kennedy and a few others. I don't mind if info I put out is used so as long as credit is given and those I provide info to do. Make your coin, but give credit otherwise you're just a leech. Allie then jumped into the conversation and said, I'm not surprised by him doing this at all. And then Nick replied saying, well, considering I didn't receive the screenshot from you or the person you tagged, how would you expect someone to give you credit? Maybe you should take advice of watermarking screenshots so there isn't any confusion in the future. And then Clutching Thy Pearls replied saying, I mean, whenever influencers do this, drama channels and the viewers always agree they should have done their research. So to me, maybe you could have taken the extra second to find out who it belongs to. Not trying to be nasty, just an observation. And this is kind of where I can go either way on the whole situation. I can agree that yes, Zaddy should have watermarked her screenshot to prevent this from happening. So Nick is right, like watermark it so that way there's no confusion and he can give the credit where credit is due. Because I had my own tweet that I didn't think was going to go anywhere about the Jaclyn Hill palette ended up everywhere, and thankfully I believe it was Max Exposed watermarked it for me, and that was the tweet that everybody ended up seeing instead of the original one that didn't have a watermark, so everybody was able to give me credit when they made their videos. But at the same time, Nick could have said in his video, like I said in my video earlier, that he didn't know where the original screenshot came from, so if somebody does know, let him know, and he could put it down in the description, because in that way there wouldn't be any issue with all of this altogether. But that's just my opinion. This kind of reminds me of the whole Spill situation and everybody calling out Spill for stealing everybody's receipts without giving them credit. So I guess the easiest way to solve this from happening is to always make sure you watermark all of your receipts and screenshots so that way people know where that information came from and credit can be given where it is due. Now, if you are new to my channel, I did another video about a similar situation to this between Truth Sleuth and Angelika Oles. I will link that video down in the description so you can go check that out if you want to. So I went back to Zadidoll's Twitter to find the tweet that this image was originally attached to, and this is what I found. It was attached to this tweet that reads, if you bought a Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette in 2018 or by December 15th, 2018 and the box lists Carmine, you could sue Morphe for false advertising as they promoted it as vegan all the way into December 2019. And then this was the image that was attached to that tweet. Now, if we put a screenshot of Nick's video and that original screenshot side by side, it looks to me like, yes, they are the exact same tweet because all of the information is circled in the exact same way. And then Nick sent out this tweet saying, okay, I'm logging off Twitter for the night. I'm going to go back to watching Shrek. And I'm assuming that this is supposed to be some shade towards True Sleuth, but I could be misinterpreting it, but that is what I got from the tweet. And then the fact that we just came off of Wiggate and everybody was upset about how people were talking about people's appearances and their wigs and stuff like that. I don't know why we had to go and do some shade based off of somebody's looks. But again, that's what I read from the tweet. If I am misinterpreting it, that is just what I saw. But of course, this could not end yesterday. It had to be drug out into today. And Nick tweeted out this afternoon. He said, good afternoon, everyone. Just logging onto Twitter to see which screenshots I can steal without giving credit. Now, I honestly think that this whole situation would have ended yesterday if Nick did not tweet that out today, but he did, and here we are continuing on with this conversation. So then another user that goes by the name of Maggie tweeted out, funny that when it's someone taking your receipts, you and @3Dailey get all butthurt by it, but when y'all take someone else's, you don't say it's their fault. Hypocrisy and bullying. And y'all wonder why people unsubbed from y'all. And if you know anything about Dustin Dailey, one thing that he does not take lightly is when people lie on his name or speak about him and saying things that are untrue. So Dustin responded with the following. Sis, I don't know why you're tagging me in this. I always give credit even to people I don't like. And then Nick jumped back into the conversation and quote tweeted that person and said the following. LOL, when have I ever cared if someone uses a screenshot that I take? Joke's on you because I steal all of mine from @3Dailey. Ooh, Dustin, looks like you better start watermarking all your stuff. Nick's coming for all your screenshots. But honestly, I think that it falls on both parties to resolve this kind of an issue. I feel like, yes, as somebody who puts their information and screenshots online, you should watermark them so that way you can protect that so you can get credit where credit is due. I also believe that if there is a screenshot that is surfacing that nobody knows where it came from, you could easily state in your video, please let me know if anybody knows who the screenshot belongs to, and I will gladly credit them down in the description. I feel like it's something that could be resolved super easily, and this did not need to blow up into the situation that it did. But that is everything that I have for today's video, so I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think about Rich's advertisement with Juvia's place? Do you think that he should have the makeup at least on his face or possibly swatched on his arm or something? Or do you think it's fine to not use the product in an advertisement as long as it states in your contract that you don't have to? What do you think about Nick's comment about logging off Twitter and going to watch Shrek? Do you think that it was shade towards True Sleuth, or do you think that I am reading into this too much? And what do you think about this whole screenshot and watermark debacle? Do you think that Nick has the right to use the screenshot and not give credit because it's on a public forum and anybody can grab it? Or do you think that he should have tried to figure out who it was, or like I said, state in the video, asking somebody to tell him who he needs to give credit to? Do you think that Zadidoll is overreacting about Nick using the screenshot? Do you think that Zadidoll should just always make sure that all of the screenshots are watermarked to prevent this from happening in the future? I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you like this video, please go ahead and make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you are new to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that big red subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon and set all of your notifications to on so you'll be notified of every time that I upload a new video. Alright, that's everything for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!